keep myself healthy. Hello. Hi. It's me. And I hope you guys all are having pleasant day, pleasant time. As you can see, I am not wearing any makeup at all. So I'm gonna take my glasses off just so you can have quite a good look. No makeup is on my face right now because I want to do a little show and tell of how I try and keep my body and my mind and my face looking how it looks. And so I'm going to show you a couple of things I do, a couple of supplements that I take. But I do want you guys to know that many of these things are being aided by couple acne medications, which is spirolactine, and I take 50 milligrams of that a day. So just in case you're like, how do you have such perfect skin? What soap do you use? A lot of it and most of it is aided by that because it's a hormone imbalance, which is where I get my cystic acne. So please don't just take my words off of this. I do have other methods of controlling and looking at my face and evening out skin tone and such. But if you are struggling with acne or anything like that would be a good step to take. And it's really changed my life and my confidence, the way I look myself in the mirror, how I feel when I go out. Plus my face doesn't hurt, so that is just my little PR note. So okay, we'll get started. I'm gonna put my glasses back on, okay? Okay. So right now I'm gonna start with, you guessed it, Kirkland Adult Vitamin Gummies, multivitamins. So we have strawberry, cherry, orange, grape, many different kinds. So these are multi-gummies for adult, and they do have a little bit of sugar in them. Just so you know, 2 grams of added sugar, and 4 total carbohydrate, but that's per 2 gummies per day. So it comes in this beautiful green bottle. So why I take this is to keep my muscles strong and my brain strong. It has lots of vitamins, it has biotin, which is good for hair growth. As you can see with the list of ingredients on the back, there are quite a few. This particular sample is a 160 count, and it has tropical fruit, mixed berries and strawberries, and I did not mention, but there is a pineapple, so a little pineapple, and it strengthens bone health and immune health. It smells really good. You want to smell? It smells like gummies. I want this one. I am quite a little bit picky with gummies because I like to eat them as like my dessert, so I'm very picky about which ones I choose. So I'm gonna show you this little guy, and this is how big they are. Very small, quite petite and squishy, and they do taste just like a little gummy bear. Very yummy. So they're not really that malleable. If you try and squish pretty hard, they still retain their shape, and they are good for about a year and a half after you buy them at the store. So I'm gonna pop one in and we'll taste it, okay? They're really quite chewy. That was delicious. So, when I taste these, they really don't have different flavors. The flavors are kind of together, melded. So you're going to have tropical fruit, which is the one I just had, which is more of a like light red or deep orange, and they have mixed berry, which is a red one, a dark red, and they have, oh sorry, that's the dark one. I'll show you. It's this really dark one. You see, it's quite dark. And then they have a red one, which is strawberry, which is just distinctly strawberry. So a good thing about this is it is child-proof. So a child would have to push down and turn. Counterclockwise to open it. So that's pretty safe. Okay. Another thing I use is my DGL, and that is deglycerinated licorice extract, and this one's licorice flavored, as you can see. And you know what, it's a little bit communicative, because I bought this because it said licorice and then it had red. Do you see that red? Like, oh, this is red licorice. No, black licorice. But I also bought this, and this is DGL, and it's caramel cream flavored. And these are not really delicious at all. They're actually kind of gross, but they they help with, I have severe gut, so I take antacids, a lot of antacids, and so trying to get off of my antacids, daily antacids, I take this. It says great taste. Can you tell this isn't sponsored? So that is also what I take. I take ibuprofen, except for you're not supposed to do that on an empty stomach. And I really didn't take any sort of ibuprofen, things like that when growing up. So when I found it, I was like, oh my gosh. And I really ate a lot of them because I didn't understand like the ceiling effect. So it doesn't work after after like 3 pills or 4 pills, and then you just get all of these negative side effects that are only increased because you keep putting them in your body. So I got some bleeding ulcers because of that. I no longer have the bleeding ulcers. Yay, which is good. I also take this cinnamon. It is called Ceylon cinnamon, and it's organic. It's an antioxidant, promotes heart and brain health, helps balance blood sugar, and supports your digestive system. This is 1200 milligrams per 2 capsules. I usually only have 1 capsule, and what I do is I put it in my smoothie or my protein drink, and it's not overpowering that way, and they come in quite big capsules, if you can see that. So what I do is I simply pull open the capsule and dump it in to my smoothie. This has 60 of the capsules in it, and it was quite a bit of money. It was about $15 for the 60 capsules. So it's just one of those things that if you want to, you can. If you don't need to. But I really work wholeheartedly on my digestive system. So I do make time and space to put things like that in my body that may help my digestive system. Next, is called Infinity or Affinity. Age ends here, and you take this to make your telomeres longer, so you stay more youthful longer. Supposedly extends the life of the person who consumes it, and it is a supplement, so you don't always totally know, but it is sold in Costco, which makes it seem like a good, just being in Costco, by virtue of that, it's also, I'm like 3,000 times more likely to buy it, because it seems like you have to go through quite a rigorous examination of your product to be in Costco. I love Costco. And of course, this is amazing. This bad boy changed my life. This is Melatonin, and it is so wonderful. I take this to fall asleep. I also watch ASMR videos, but my melatonin is very fast acting. It's very calming, and I kind of have a ritual, and rituals put you to sleep also. So having that sort of ritual doing that is hugely beneficial, at least for me. What I do is I open melatonin, and it smells like kind of sweets. It's a natural strawberry flavor and sweetener. And these are little tablets, and they simply just dissolve in your mouth. See if I can get that so you can see it. Has speckles on it. Oh. And they're so good. I only take half of one because otherwise I will be groggy the next day. So 5 milligrams is too much for me. Plus, just I let it sit on my tongue, and I just let it kind of lull me to bed, so to speak. So these are wonderful. They're sold at Costco. I mean, really, if this was sponsored, it should be sponsored by Costco because I love that place. It's not. Yeah, it's really, really good. So if you have trouble sleeping or anything, and you've lost your tingles or ASMR isn't working for you as much as it used to, that in conjunction with this, you're going to be sleeping like a baby. Okay guys, so those are my natural sort of medicinal things. Everything except for this, I don't even know why I pulled that out, the ibuprofen. But I hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Bye. India love loves you.